Moving on to Japan, people there are known for keeping private things private to preserve their honor. But the struggle to keep up standards can be a heavy burden. There's a new documentary about a man who makes his living helping his fellow Japanese with that. He employs professional stand-ins to act as fake relatives, fiancés, friends, bosses, just about anyone, for family and other occasions. The documentary is called Rent a Family. Here are a few scenes.
Hi, じゃあ僕は今のあなたのご主人じゃないですか。私の会社を励ましたいという名前で英語に直すと I want to cheer up。いいです。自然にそうなるので、アルコール入ったら変わりますから大丈夫です。やっぱりかなり困ってもどうしようもない状況。相手に対して断りきれない状況。
The documentary is the creation of Danish filmmaker Kaspar Schroder. We asked him how he got the idea.
Well, I was in Japan with another film that I had made about this guy called Dr. Nakamatsu, and while I was screening it on different venues, I came across this article that talked about things you could rent in Japan, and there were a lot of different things you could rent. But then at the bottom of this article, it just said that you could rent family members for weddings and such. And then I looked into this because I couldn't really understand what it meant. I just did a lot of Googling and research, and then I found out about Ryuchi's company. I started to talk to him, and then it slowly evolved. It took a long process of research and just finding the companies, because my Japanese friends, they didn't even know about this thing existed either. So I think it is or was more hidden than it is now, I think, yeah.
And who uses Ryuchi Ichinokawa's services?
People, I think it's middle class, maybe upper middle class, that have cornered themselves in some lie, or they need to present themselves and uphold some facade that they can't, and then their only escape or solution is to keep lying. And then when they're confronted, they rent someone to uphold this lie. I think the problem is communication, lack of communication, that people don't really talk much about emotions in Japan. People don't talk about feelings. That you shouldn't stick out from a group. You shouldn't make any conflict. Conflict is bad no matter what, pretty much. Even though you have emotions or personal feelings that go against something, you should make a conflict out of it. Yeah, and there's also, when I've screened the film here in Denmark or in the States, people are like, oh, the Japanese are so crazy, and they're like, why don't they talk to each other? But you also, I think, have to look at it from the other side, because they really think that we're very vulgar and like we're too open and too honest, and we always seek conflict. And I think you have to really look at it from both sides, because it's not. There's no right or wrong. There's no black and white. It's really just a very different culture.
Kaspar Schroder's documentary Rent a Family airs on public television's World Channel on September 22nd. You can check local listings for the broadcast times.
Now on U.S. airwaves, a global channel of uncompromising stories. World news, documentaries, entertainment, and culture. Link TV, connecting you to the world. For more information, visit linktv.org.